What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shax back with another great video. We're going to be reviewing the Transcend 1 TB external hard drive. The model number is TS1TSJ25M3. So in today's video, I'm going to be covering the pros, cons, and features of this device. So I've owned the 1 TB M3 model since December 2015, so I've had it for a little bit over 3 years. It's still working really well. When I first purchased it, I actually did a few drop tests where I just picked it up, chucked it on the ground a few times after I loaded some files on there to see if it would retain the information and work properly, which it did, so I was really happy about that. Now, I didn't buy a case for it, I just went with what I had, but you might want to get a case if you're really concerned. So first I wanted to cover the military drop test rating for this. That's because this is rated to be dropped at 1.22 meters or 4 feet up to 26 times without being damaged inside. So it works completely after going through the military drop test. Now there's a specific standard for this one. This is the older M3 model. The newer H3 models are rated slightly better, but not too much. Now I'll be making a video on the Transcend 4 TB hard drive coming up here. This is the H3 model, so keep an eye out for that. That will be on my next video. Let's cover some of the other good stuff about this drive. It comes with a 3-year warranty. It's fairly easy to set up with the one-touch backup. It has file encryption up to 256-bit. It has a comfortable exterior, and the external hard drive is equipped with the USB 3.1 Gen 1 setup. It's also pretty lightweight at only 0.7 pounds. And it covers a variety of different operating systems such as Windows 7, 8, and 10, including Mac OS X 10.7 or later, and Linux kernel 2.6.31 or later. So there are a few cons that I do want to point out. Number one being the cable that comes with it. It's this dinky little tiny cable that barely gives you any room to work with. So if you're looking for some extra room, I recommend getting an external cable like this one I got from Cablecreation. Here's a good comparison for you there. The cable here is much thicker, much more durable, and it's going to connect better into the device and your computer. Number two, it's not very expensive. This cable here only cost me about, I think it was $8 at the time for a 1 meter cable, so not bad at all. On top of that, I do want to point out that they offer the USB 3.1 Type C option, and they also offer the standard USB 2.0 option. So I have 2 different cables for each drive that I have. And the second con I wanted to point out is that when you go to set up the one-touch button for backup on here, it can take a little bit of work to figure that out. It is fairly straightforward, but I can see some people having a challenge setting that up on the first go. I wanted to point out a cool feature. There's apps you can download for your phone. I believe they offer some for iPhone, but I know they do offer them for Android. I downloaded one for myself, and I tried this wonderful little $2 OTG connector that I got. So I plugged in my USB here into the drive from Cablecreation, and just like so, and I went ahead and I plugged this micro B into the drive, and I connected the two, and I was actually able to run the external drive off my phone. Now mind you, it's going to be drawing a huge amount of power. I think it was like 0.9 amps at 5 volts. So the battery in your phone is not going to last very long if you plug this into it, but it will open the files. You can copy them onto your phone, which is super cool. And I do want to point out as well that because you can do that, maybe if you're in a pinch and you need your information off the drive, you can actually copy that right into your phone, maybe send it over email, something like that. So cool option if you get your hands on one of these OTG connectors. As far as pricing is concerned, back in 2015, in November when I originally purchased it, I only paid about $55 for it. Currently I found it on eBay for $54 and free shipping, and on Amazon for about $62 with free shipping. So not bad pricing. I think the durability aspect of it definitely pays off in the long run, because I owned a Western Digital 1 TB drive originally, and it took a 2-foot drop and died. Seriously. I had my files on there for maybe a month or two, fell off a tiny little stand next to the floor, right onto the wood, and it broke. That was it. That was the end of it. All the files were gone. I couldn't even load or use the device anymore. So I smashed this into the floor a few times with some files on it. Never had a problem. I've been using it for years. So I definitely do recommend the Transcend 1 terabyte hard drive. I think it's worth the extra money, and I think if you have a regular drive, you should be getting a case, and if you want to get the more rugged edition, I recommend that as well. So stay tuned for my next video coming up on the Transcend 4 terabyte hard drive. We're going to be smashing this into the ground. The bowling test. And doing some fun stuff. I'm excited for that video, so keep an eye out for that. So thanks so much for watching today. Really appreciate it. Please leave a comment down below. I want to hear your experience. If you have this drive or another drive from Transcend, or maybe even a different brand altogether. So yes, please share what you have, what you know, and what you've experienced with your external drives, and maybe it can help some other people out too. Nonetheless, I recently opened a Patreon account. If you want to help support my channel, please go over to my Patreon, help donate, help support the channel, and I can produce more great content like this with my reviews, health stuff, cool tech, and whatnot. So I would really appreciate it. I recently just got my first Patreon supporter, which is really awesome. I already sent out a beautiful dark chocolate bar to them, so thanks so much, Paul. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe down below. We need your support. Leave a like, and we'll see you in the next one.